President Biden is challenging House Speaker Kevin McCarthy ahead of their meeting on the debt ceiling. That meeting happening tomorrow. Watch this.
Director. McCarthy, when he wants to negotiate, what do you think?
Show me your budget, I'll show you mine.
There you go. Joining me right now, Arkansas Congressman, House Financial Services Committee Vice Chairman and Chairman of the Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Financial Technology, and Inclusion. French Hill is here. Congressman, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
You bet, Maria. Good to be with you. Good morning.
So what should we expect from this meeting between the House Speaker and the President tomorrow?
I think it's important that Joe Biden invited Kevin McCarthy to the White House. And my objective for the meeting is the president recognizes he needs to negotiate with House Republicans. We've had unprecedented spending, $10 trillion on top of what we normally spend as a result of policies of Joe Biden. And according to Democratic economists like Larry Summers, that's been a major contribution to this massive 40-year high in inflation that we're seeing. And then we have Joe Biden's regulatory budget, where he's making it hard on the supply side of our economy to put people back to work, get to full employment, and get the kind of jobs that we need in the oil and gas industry, for example. So I'm glad he's invited Kevin McCarthy to the White House, and I hope he agrees that he will visit with Mr. McCarthy and come up with a mutually agreeable way to control spending and get the economy moving, and that we don't go into recession due to his policies.
Where do you think the most wasteful spending is potentially to cut?
Well, look, across the whole budget, we have unprecedented higher levels of spending than we had before the pandemic. And what I want to go back to, Maria, is where Republicans and Democrats agreed that the smallest deficits are the best deficits and try to get to a balanced budget. But the Joe Biden budget that he's proposed has $1.5 trillion deficits for the next 10 years. In other words, he's forecasting, based on his own policies, that he'll add $16 trillion to the deficit.
Yeah. Congressman, I want to get your take on digital assets. You're the chairman of the new House Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Financial Technology, and Inclusion, which will oversee crypto and the fintech industries. Tell us about your priorities and what you see evolving here. Why would a digital dollar be any more valuable or better and easier to use than the dollar right now?
Well, isn't that right? And I think that demonstrates how I think consumers, innovators, and investors really need to have a regulatory framework to consider the use of blockchain. So stepping away from cryptocurrency or even a digital dollar, think about the innovation around fintech and blockchain in the future. We want that done here in the United States. And in order for investors and innovators and consumers to be able to experiment with that and develop their own ways forward, we need a solid regulatory framework. And we saw last year complete breakdown where investors and consumers are hurt by the fact that we don't have that regulatory framework, both with the collapse of FTX and some of the other, quote, stable coins out there that in fact aren't stable and don't have any transparency associated with them.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we want to understand better who's in charge here and who's actually going to be providing the oversight for this industry, fintech and the digital dollar. But give us your sense, Congressman, what's most important in terms of the boundaries around a digital dollar and digital assets for America?
Well, first, I don't know that we need a central bank digital currency. I think that's something that the Federal Reserve and the Treasury are studying. But there are many other ways to do a tokenized payment, and a stable coin's an example of that. Last year, we had some work with both the Treasury and House Democrats moving towards a stable coin bill. This would tell investors and consumers what's the value, what backs this stable coin. How do you know what the value is? How frequently is it valued? When are their financial statements published? How is it overseen for both consumer and investor safety, as well as to be able to be used out in the commercial marketplace? And we just don't have that, Maria, and that's what our committee is going to focus on. And then you've seen in the FTX collapse, we need to know what kind of trading market regulation we need for these kinds of digital assets. Where can they be traded? How can they be valued?
All really good questions, Congressman. We will be watching your important work. Thank you, sir.